Hello, 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 and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Jameelah, and I am a master manifester. I'm going to move this. Yeah, I am. I don't want those shoes in the background. Oh, must have made a mistake. Wasn't paying attention. Anyway, yes, my name is Jameelah, and I'm a master manifester, and I know you are too because you're watching content like this, so you're on your way to it, right? You're really learning how to laser focus those manifestations to get the stuff that you choose to get out of life at any given time, right? The name of this show is Manifesting Magic with Dr. J, and of course, I'm Dr. J. On this channel, I like to talk about anything manifesting, all things related to how we can cultivate that peaceful, happy, freedom, friendly vibe inside and outside that we all, most of us, I guess many of us want to experience. And we want to also co-create our homes, our travel experiences, our mates, our children's experiences, our wardrobe, whatever it is, our vehicles, our philosophies, our nonprofit businesses, our regular businesses, right? So we want to manifest these things. We want to create these things. And I love to talk about the tools that make that easier because it shouldn't be that hard. We only live one time, as far as we know. And it's just not right to sit and waste this life not pursuing things because you're all caught up on what if I fail? It's a logical problem, but there's a way to manifest without always worrying about whether you're getting what you're getting or not, because you're so caught up into the process, enjoying it, that whether the stuff comes or not, cool beans. If it doesn't, whatever, right? So I have 5 tips to speeding up manifestations. And when I say speeding up, I don't do the whole things like, you won't believe how fast this works. I don't believe in that. I believe it's only going to come as fast as your belief system. And I don't know what that is. Sometimes people don't even know with their own belief system how deep it is, right? Sometimes we do know that we don't believe. What I find is a good test to see how much you believe in something. Go get in a mirror in the bathroom, look in your eyes, and try to tell yourself that truth that you believe, that you say you believe in your eyes, and see if you want to look away or if you're not convinced. Or you look in the mirror and go, I am beautiful. Like that. And if it feels like, girl, no, you're not, look the other way. You see what I mean? So check your self-talk by looking in the mirror. Because a lot of times when we look in our own faces, we discover things that we normally wouldn't notice just for the fact that we don't see our own reactions when we say things or think things, right? Number one trick, I'll say tip. Number 1 tip or pointing that I have that will help you speed up a manifestation. And these are little quirky things, and I made sure that they were kind of quirky. So these quirky things, number 1 is get yourself an anthem. I've had several anthems in my life, depending on what I was going through. And when I say an anthem, it's kind of just like that music that makes you go, I got to get it. I got to get out the bed. I got to get myself together. I got to go for a walk. I got to go exercise. I need to eat something. I need to go clean the house. Like that feeling of getting it. Everybody has something that they do for that, like an anthem, right? So at many different times, it was different songs for me. At one time, it was Eminem's Lose Yourself. Boy, I wouldn't go nowhere without playing that. I felt like I was fighting the world. So nonetheless, that was one of my anthems at a time, right? Another time, one of my anthems was R. Kelly. That song he did for Ali. I love that song. I love that song. You know, I am a mountain. Oh, I am a tall tree. Sweeping the country. Whatever that is. If anybody asks you who I am. I probably can't sing R. Kelly songs no more. Stand up. Okay. Listen to her face and say. I love that song. So that was my jam for years. And then more recently, I've listened to a few other things. So get an anthem. Get a song that you can play that just like makes you feel like boom. It can be gospel. It can be country. It can be rock, whatever that is. It can be a commercial. Whatever that is that make you go, I got to go get it. You need to get an anthem, right? At any given time, you have the tools you need to expand your life or improve your life. But you also have the knowing that you don't have to completely disconnect. You can go sit in society, sit around people, put on your earbuds, and then you can reset like that, right? Because meditation ain't for everybody. Some people need to go sit out in places and just not interact, but sit in the space and then be at peace in the space. I would always go and buy fresh ingredients and make something from scratch. Okay, so everybody probably cooks, but for me, cooking has been more of a function. It's been more of making sure my daughters ate dinner, making sure that I didn't starve myself or something because I'm too busy doing other things. And so it's always been a functional purpose. I've never been too caught up in I'm making this amazing cuisine tonight, 5 courses, this and that. I'm not that kind of interested in cooking anything. I'll go buy that somewhere where it tastes good. And I was sitting there and I was just like, man, I am obsessing over this. What can I go do? And that's when I left the house and I went and ran to HEB, the closest one, got some ingredients from scratch to make like some pasta parmesan or whatever that is, you know, with butter and all that good stuff and garlic. And doing that process, chopping up all those vegetables, watching the stove, making sure the pasta's boiling, making sure the sauces are not sticking to the pot, all these things, you don't have time to think about what's not working. You're so caught up in the process of making something or doing something, and then you get to enjoy it immediately after making it. That's cool because your manifestation is making you wait. You can get some positive reinforcement by having some instant gratification. When I make this food tonight, I'll be able to eat it immediately after, right? So that's something I used to do, get fresh ingredients and make some food. Another one that I see, it's very, very popular. I do it all the time. I mean, if you saw this layout in my house, plants and fresh flowers, keep those around your house. They bring positive energy, positive attitudes. They bring fresh air. We already know that if you were in 7th grade. What was it? What kind of science was it? Life science or something? Where you learned about the plants. Maybe it was earth science. The photosynthesis. I was like, wait, that is not the word. Photosynthesis, you know, so we exchange oxygen and carbon dioxide all day. So if you fill your house with plants, you're pretty much getting fresh air all day, right? And if you have fresh flowers in there, they really perk up the place. I have some on the counter. They're not so fresh, so they're not in my video right now. But they really perk up the place, and they also make you feel like something is growing, something is alive, something is new, something is fresh, something is coming, and there's something to look forward to, right? And then so the last way that I speed up manifestations by getting real peaceful and going into that mode is definitely going to be shutting up. I do it all the time. And some of y'all probably ought to shut up too, and it's perfectly fine. I sometimes ramble to my daughters after school about everything and nothing, and I have one who likes to ramble with me, and I'm just like, we need to shut up. But I mean, because you can't hear yourself think. You can't hear your own thoughts. You can't regulate. You can't self-regulate because it's too much of a distraction. So it's like you have to almost disconnect in a way by silence to do that. About 7 years ago, maybe 6, I went on a silent retreat with a friend of mine. And for the whole weekend, we were to be silent, right? Well, some people broke the rules, but I was really forcing myself to do this activity because I wanted to see the change that would happen if I turned off this thing that wants to have something to say about everything and everybody in any given situation, right? Even when it's not necessary. And so it was miraculous. The peace that came over the first day is like my mind went from this to this. Amazing. The only thing that stops me from going into silence now is the fact that I have a partner. That's one. And the fact that my children are here. If everybody's ever gone at any given time, I'm going to do it for about 2 or 3 days because the peace is overwhelming, right? But when people are around you, if they can't handle it, it's just going to be a negative experience. And then it's not going to be the peace that you're looking for with the silent treatment. It has to be around a specific type of emotionally mature people in that area to be around someone else in complete silence and not feel like it has something to do with them, right? It's not as easy as it's said. It has to be more planned out. But nonetheless, it's doable. Everything is doable, right? So anyway, have you ever had a conversation with someone you were not even expecting to have it with, right? Yeah, in different age ranges, different demographics, different backgrounds and everything. And you wind up like clicking really well and talking about any and everything, and you can't even figure out why. And I'm like, I know I'm a good conversationalist, but this conversation really pumped me up. Like, I was talking to this lady and she was like really, so present. Man, what a lesson. She was so present. Like, there was none of that feeling you feel when you're having a conversation with someone and you feel like you need to hurry up and get your point of view out because as you're trailing it off, they're going to cut you off and throw in something there was none of that. And it wasn't even that, she was leaving these large gaps. It's just that she was present. She was right on beat and she was very, very validating in a way that I didn't think validating can be done. And it wasn't something that she was doing. It was just an easy conversation. And it happens that way sometimes, right? You're talking to people about random things, your background and all that. And then it turns into this conversation that's a complete mind shift, right? So look out for those things too. That wasn't on my list at all, but look out for those things. Look out for those things that bring you peace. Look out for your signs. Look out for the manifestation signs. Look out for people mentioning things to you about your manifestation or seeing it a lot of places. Those are always good signs. And stay happy, be free. Do your best to apply the 80-20 rule to all those things in your life. 20% of your effort should be getting 80% of your results, or you're probably working too hard. And I know that's true of myself, right? I'm really working on that 80-20 principle because I know that the creator that I have been serving my entire life has now brought me all the way to planet Earth to have me be somebody's latchkey at a 9-to-5 job. It's just not going to happen, right? Anyway, I hope you all having a wonderful, wonderful day. I hope you enjoy this beautiful spring weather. And until next time, bye.